Evening. Welcome to this meeting. Let's begin with singing hymn number 245. O tender, loving shepherd, we long to follow thee, to follow where thou leadest, though rough the path may be. Though dark and heavy shadows enshroud the way with gloom, we know that love will guide us and safely lead us home. Hymn number 245. These days, it seems we have good reasons to feel unsettled. One reason may be the wars overseas or the politics here. Or someone may be unsettled over their health or a relationship or finances. Another concern is the literal unsettling of millions of people worldwide forced to leave their homes for a place foreign to them. Conditions like these cause me to prepare these readings on God's resettlement. I shall read from the Bible and from the Christian Science textbook, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy. Psalms. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Exodus. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Ezekiel. Thus saith the Lord God, because the enemy has said unto you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches, and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown. And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the wastes shall be builded. And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments, and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Thus saith the Lord God, I will yet for this be inquired of by the house of Israel, to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock. Psalms. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. A father of the fatherless and a judge of the widows is God in his holy habitation. God setteth the solitary in families. O God, when thou wentest forth before thy people, when thou didst march through the wilderness, the earth shook, the heavens also dropped at the presence of God. Even Sinai itself was moved at the presence of God, the God of Israel. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. John. Jesus said, Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him. Peter said unto him, Lord, why cannot I follow thee now? Jesus answered him, Whither I go, thou canst not follow me now, but thou shalt follow me afterwards. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. Isaiah. Lord, look upon Zion, the city of our solemnities. Thine eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. Acts. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, God, that made the world and all things therein, hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation, that they should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him, and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. 2 Corinthians. We know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. Therefore, we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Revelation. I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And from Science and Health. Existence separate from divinity, science explains as impossible. Security for the claims of harmonious and eternal being is found only in divine science. In divine science, man is sustained by God, the divine principle of being. The sharp experiences of belief in the supposititious life of matter, as well as our disappointments and ceaseless woes, turn us like tired children to the arms of divine love. Then we begin to learn life in divine science. As the children of Israel were guided triumphantly through the Red Sea, the dark ebbing and flowing tides of human fear, as they were led through the wilderness, walking wearily through the great desert of human hopes and anticipating the promised joy, so shall the spiritual idea guide all right desires in their passage from sense to soul, from a material sense of existence to the spiritual, up to the glory prepared for them who love God. Stately science pauses not, but moves before them, a pillar of cloud by day and of fire by night, leading to divine heights. When apparently near the confines of mortal existence, standing already within the shadow of the death valley, I learned these truths in divine science, that all real being is in God, the divine mind, and that life, truth, and love are all powerful and ever present. That the opposite of truth, called error, sin, sickness, disease, death, is the false testimony of false material sense, of mind in matter. That this false sense evolves in belief, a subjective state of mortal mind which this same so-called mind names matter, thereby shutting out the true sense of spirit. I knew the principle of all harmonious mind action to be God, and the cures were produced in primitive Christian healing by holy, uplifting faith. But I must know the science of this healing, and I won my way to absolute conclusions through divine revelation, reason, and demonstration. The discoverer of Christian Science finds the path less difficult when she has the high goal always before her thoughts than when she counts her footsteps in endeavoring to reach it. When the destination is desirable, expectation speeds our progress. One's aim, a point beyond faith, should be to find the footsteps of truth, the way to health and holiness. The footsteps of thought, rising above material standpoints, are slow and portend a long night to the traveler. But the angels of his presence, the spiritual intuitions that tell us when the night is far spent, the day is at hand, are our guardians in the gloom. Soul has infinite resources with which to bless mankind, and happiness would be more readily attained and would be more secure in our keeping if sought in soul. From love and from the light and harmony which are the abode of spirit, only reflections of good can come. Material belief is slow to acknowledge what the spiritual fact implies. The truth is the center of all religion. It commands sure entrance into the realm of love. Above error's awful din, blackness, and chaos, the voice of truth still calls, Adam, where art thou? Consciousness, where art thou? And thou dwelling in the belief that mind is in matter, and that evil is mind, or art thou in the living faith that there is and can be but one God, and keeping his commandment? The science of mind healing shows it to be impossible for aught but mind to testify truly or to exhibit the real status of man. Therefore, the divine principle of science, reversing the testimony of the physical senses, reveals man as harmoniously existent in truth, which is the only basis of health. And thus science denies all disease, heals the sick, overthrows false evidence, and refutes materialistic logic. We must destroy the false belief that life and intelligence are in matter, and plant ourselves upon what is pure and perfect. Paul said, "Walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Sooner or later, we shall learn that the fetters of man's finite capacity are forged by the illusion that he lives in body instead of in soul, in matter instead of in spirit. Mortals must look beyond fading finite forms if they would gain the true sense of things. Where shall the gaze rest but in the unsearchable realm of mind? As a material, theoretical life basis is found to be a misapprehension of existence, the spiritual and divine principle of man dawns upon human thought and leads it to where the young child was, even to the birth of a new old idea, to the spiritual sense of being and of what life includes. Consciousness, as well as action, is governed by mind, is in God, the origin and governor of all that science reveals. Material sense has its realm apart from science in the unreal. Harmonious action proceeds from spirit, God. Inharmony has no principle. Its action is erroneous and presupposes man to be in matter. All that really exists is the divine mind and its idea. And in this mind, the entire being is found harmonious and eternal. The straight and narrow way is to see and acknowledge this fact, yield to this power, and follow the leadings of truth. Immortal mind, governing all, must be acknowledged as supreme in the physical realm, so-called, as well as in the spiritual. As mortals gain more correct views of God and man, multitudinous objects of creation, which before were invisible, will become visible. When we realize that life is spirit, never in nor of matter, this understanding will expand into self-completeness, finding all in God good and needing no other consciousness. He who has the true idea of good loses all sense of evil, and by reason of this is being ushered into the undying realities of spirit. Such a one abideth in life, life attained not of the body, incapable of supporting life, but of truth, unfolding its own immortal idea. Kingdom of Heaven. The reign of harmony in divine science, the realm of unerring, eternal, and omnipotent mind, the atmosphere of spirit where soul is supreme. The relations of God and man, divine principle and idea, are indestructible in science, and science knows no lapse from nor return to harmony, but holds the divine order or spiritual law, in which God and all that he creates are perfect and eternal, to have remained unchanged in its eternal history. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house, the consciousness of love, forever. Pilgrim on earth, thy home is heaven. Stranger, thou art the guest of God. Let's have a few moments of silent prayer and then pray together the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Now let's sing hymn number 278. Pilgrim on earth, home in heaven are within thee, heir of the ages and child of the day, cared for, watched over, beloved and protected, walk thou with courage each step of the way. Hymn number 278. Welcome to this testimony meeting. We're glad you're here, whether in person or on Zoom. This church is one of the worldwide branches of the Mother Church, the First Church of Christ Scientist in Boston, Massachusetts. On Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock, we have a church service based on the weekly Bible lesson presented in the Christian Science Quarterly. Children and teens are welcome in our Sunday school at the same time as this church service, and childcare is available during all our meetings. In our reading room in this building, you'll find the Bible, the writings of Mary Baker Eddy, Christian Science magazines, and the Christian Science Monitor. The reading room is open 1/2 hour before Wednesday meetings and a half hour after the Sunday service. This Sunday, March 8, we spring forward into daylight saving time. Be sure to set your clock forward 1 hour. You are warmly invited to attend a talk on Christian Science titled Why Everyone is Needed by practitioner and lecturer James Shepherd, to be held at 2 o'clock this Sunday afternoon in person in this church auditorium, as well as being streamed online on our church's website. On the day of the talk, the link to our church's website will be emailed to you. If possible, please come in person and bring family and friends to hear the important message of this inspirational talk. I'll now read the church manual bylaw regarding testimonials. Glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. St. Paul. Testimony in regard to the healing of the sick is highly important. More than a mere rehearsal of blessings, it scales the pinnacle of praise and illustrates the demonstration of Christ, who healeth all thy diseases. Psalm 103:3. This testimony, however, shall not include a description of symptoms or of suffering, though the generic name of the disease may be indicated. This bylaw applies to testimonials which appear in the periodicals and to those which are given at the Wednesday evening meeting. Now, in this part of the meeting, we're eager to hear how God has been blessing you through your understanding and practice of Christian Science. Those on Zoom, be sure to unmute yourselves before speaking. Thanks for being with us here tonight. That includes our musicians, Daisy and Dan, and our Zoom tech team, Joe and Josker. Let's close with singing hymn number 497. Home is the consciousness of good that holds us in its wide embrace, the steady light that comforts us in every path our footsteps trace. Hymn number 497.
God's daily gift of grace.